In this video, we will show you how to replace your engine oil and filter on this Nissan Maxima with a 3.5 liter engine. Make sure you have 5 quarts of 5W30 oil and a brand new oil filter. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we'll mention is to do the oil change, we will have to make our way under the front of the vehicle, so make sure you're in a safe area to do so. Aside from that, we're going to open up the engine oil cap, which is located just under the hood along the top of the engine. We'll turn that counterclockwise. Once you do have it removed, a quick inspection of the seal to confirm it's not broken or damaged in any way. This looks fine. At this point, we're going to leave the dipstick in the downward position, safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so we can make our way underneath. Now from under the vehicle, we're looking for the engine oil pan. On the engine oil panel, on the back side there, you're going to find the 14mm headed drain plug. We have a collection receptacle under this area so we can collect and recycle all of the fluid properly. Let's start removing this drain plug and remove the oil. Now let's continue on with the drain plug. We're going to remove the original drain plug gasket and install a brand new drain plug gasket. Slide that right on there as far as possible. There we are. Now that we have that on there and the oil is finished draining, let's go ahead and make sure we clean up the engine oil pan, confirm that there's no miscellaneous debris or damage. Start in your oil drain plug. We'll bottom this out and then torque it to 25 foot-pounds. Clean up your mess in this area. Now we're going to move towards the passenger side, just on the other side of the subframe so we can gain access to our engine oil filter. We're going to have to dislodge the side engine panel. For this, I'm just using a trim tool. You can also use a flat blade screwdriver. Pretty much anything is a small prying device. For these type of push pins, we just want to carefully start removing the center, which will unlock it, and then you can remove the outer portion as well. At this point, you can pull this away and we can gain access to our engine oil filter right here. Now at this point, we have access to our engine oil filter. To remove that, we're going to use a small-sized engine oil filter wrench. Go ahead and start turning this counterclockwise. We have our collection receptacle under this area. Now keep in mind, oil will come out of the engine oil filter. It's going to make its way down along the subframe. It could make its way along the outboard side or even the inboard side closer to the engine. There's our filter. With the engine oil filter out of place, the next thing we have to do is clean up the mounting area to confirm there's no miscellaneous debris that could get inside the engine oil. With that clean, we can install our brand new engine oil filter. We've added some clean motor oil directly to that rubber seal on the filter. Go ahead and turn that clockwise until it bottoms out by hand. After that, we're going to continue on with the engine oil filter wrench and give this an additional half of a turn. At this point, you can go ahead and clean up your mess from this area and we'll reinstall our engine shield. On both sides of that subframe, try to clean this up as much as possible. For the shield, we're just going to put that push clip straight on through that shield strap there and then press it into the subframe. Double check, make sure that's properly secured so it does not hit up against the tire while you're driving down the road. Now we're making our way back up under the hood. I'm using a funnel in this area. We'll continue on adding 5 quarts of 5W30 oil. After adding all 5 of those quarts, we can remove our funnel and reinstall our engine oil cap. With that tight, the next thing we need to do is just confirm that the engine oil dipstick is in the completely downward position, and then we're going to make our way into the passenger compartment. Start up the vehicle, let it run for a short while, and then turn it off. We're going to double check for leaks and check our engine oil level. We finished running the vehicle and we've checked for leaks. We're going to check that engine oil level. Go ahead and remove the engine oil dipstick. We're going to give this a quick wipe and I'll show you exactly what we're looking for. Now on the very end of the dipstick here, we can see that there's a small hatched area. We want to be pretty much anywhere in that hatched area. Essentially, closest up towards this top end is where you want to be. If you're down near the bottom, go ahead and add a little bit. If for some reason you're all the way up past the hatched area for some reason, you've added too much in some way and you need to go ahead and remove it. Let's check that level. Don't pull that out of there. Now as you can see, my engine oil is all the way up at the top of that hatched area, definitely not above that hatched area, and it's not all the way down at the bottom. This engine oil is perfect. Let's go ahead and reinstall that dipstick. To reset the engine oil life monitor, the first thing we need to do is put the ignition in the on position without the vehicle running. I'm going to press the start button twice. Continuing on, we're focusing in the very center of the dash here, right in the gauge cluster. We can see this center screen. There's two buttons that we need to use so we can make our way throughout the menu screen. That's right along the driver's side of that gauge cluster. We'll start by pressing on the one all the way to the left here. As we start making our way through this menu, we're looking for the maintenance. Let's start making our way through that screen. This time I'm using my right side button. Goes right over to maintenance. Now since I want to get into that, I'm going to use the left button here. Our next screen has back, tire, oil, filter, and other. Since we've replaced the engine oil and the filter, that's where we're headed. Once I'm on the engine oil, I'm going to press the left side button. We'll make our way to reset. First, I have to create my setting. I like to go 5,000 miles on my synthetic oil change. Now we're going to make our way back to that reset. We'll hold down on the left side button. That should be reset. Now I'm going to go back into that maintenance again, and we're going to reset for the engine oil filter. Once again, we need to set it up for 5,000 miles. This will typically already be set. Okay. Back down to our reset. Now to reset this, you just want to hold down on the right side button. Once it is reset, it should say 0 with the 5,000 miles that you want to go here. If it was not reset, it would typically tell you where the 0 is, how many miles you've already gone since the last reset. So now we've gone 0 miles since our reset, we can exit this screen. Turn off key power. Thanks for watching. Okay friend, we finished our engine oil and filter change, and we've reset our engine oil life monitor. The next thing you need to do is go ahead and close the hood and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.